It's lesson 14 of Streetcar Named Desire by Tennessee Williams. It's Mrs. Bart to take you through another overview, this time focusing on Williams' language style, which is another authorial method. For today's lesson, you will need your copy of the play, Streetcar, and the notes, a writing pen, an annotation pen, and paper or an exercise book. Our learning objectives are to explore the way Williams brings together naturalistic with figurative dialogue, it's an AO2 focus, and to consider a linguistic analysis of Stanley and Blanche. If you're not organised, press pause, and once you are organised, unpause. And here's another reminder to turn off the notifications on your phone, or better still, turn off your phone and place it in another room so that you can focus on the learning this lesson. Our do now. Critical opinion. What do you understand by these comments on the play? How far do you agree that in the language of Streetcar, Williams brings together realism and poetry? Read the critical opinion, pick a passage that you think reflects that, and note the page numbers. If you have time, annotate. Just a reminder, the questions again are: what do you understand by these comments on the play? How far do you agree that in the language of Streetcar, Williams brings together realism and poetry? Press pause, answer those two questions, and also pick a passage that you think reflects that and note down the page numbers, annotating if you have time. Off you go. Time for some notes on key knowledge now, and your subheading is Linguistic Analysis of Blanche and Stanley. Blanche and Stanley are most frequently seen as antagonists. They're presented as rivals over the affection and loyalty of Stella. They represent opposing values, behaviours, even different periods of American history. These oppositions are seen in Williams' dramatising of the way they speak, as well as in what they say. There are two levels of discourse: Blanche's evocative, diffuse, sometimes evasive language, and Stanley's direct, seemingly factual speech. These point to the distinctions based on gender and class between the two characters. Let's move on to an exploration. Attached to the Show My Homework instructions was an e-magazine article by David Kinder, which uses linguistic analysis, including conversation analysis, to look in detail at the way Williams dramatises the relationship between Stanley and Blanche. I'd like you now to read and annotate the article with your observations, opinions, and questions. Press pause and take your time to do that. It's time to move on to the plenary, which asks you to write an AO1 plus AO2 plus AO3, 4 or 5 commentary. That's how you want to develop the paragraph. The question is, how does Williams use language to present the relationship between Stanley and Blanche? I'd like you to include some of the terms that you came across in David Kinder's article: idiolect, sociolect, accommodation theory. And I'd also like you to include a wide range of textual evidence. So again, you're writing AO1, a beautiful claim with substantial textual evidence. AO2, an analysis of the authorial method in that evidence, and then it's up to you whether you want to develop the rest into an AO3 contextual analysis, AO4 typicality analysis, or AO5 perspective analysis. I'd like you to submit that paragraph according to the instructions on Show My Homework. Press pause while you're doing that, and unpause when you're ready, and submit the work. I will of course enjoy reading it and feeding back to you. Thank you for your focus today.